Welcome back, Lords Mobile fans. Thank you very much for joining me, and beginning this one with the very familiar sight of the baby Gryphon burning. I've got a couple of people one-trooping and helping me, but this PSF player with the cool pyramid castle skin, he's sending full infantry marches of T4. So despite the fact that he isn't sending his leader, as long as I can do some good damage to him, even just 3 marches of T4 infantry, my amazing SizeMatters are willing to come in and give this guy a YOLO, see if he can actually take a rally. So I've hit that homeward bind, I'm random relocating away, not giving him any chance to recall any of those armies. And unfortunately with this one, I didn't click on his might before I did the Gryphon trap, but he was around 650 mil might. I knocked him down 3 armies of T4 infantry and didn't take his leader. However, I have done a nice bit of damage to his T4 infantry, and of course he is in fury now, so he has got no choice whether he is going to take this ego rally or not, and he burns off with the wonder. I forgot to record lastminute.com, hit that record just to catch him burning off the wonder. 4 million casualties in that battle, a beautiful hit by ego. And when I saw this guy's comp and even his gear, when he puts his gear back on, I was really quite surprised that he didn't take that better. He was in infantry foul, ego sent a range rally, of course hits like a truck. He only had 262k infantry at that front line. He's got 3 mil of each T2, but 268 inf at that front to get smacked by that range rally really was not enough to cap, and we got a very convincing walk back and a quite nice result with that 2.3 million reds. And as you can see there, his mixed war gear really isn't that bad. It's not the best mixed war gear in the world, but it's really not terrible, and you would think if this guy had full infantry reins and was just countering our range rally, it wouldn't be a problem. He did actually take some reins there, as you can see, burning off of the wonder once again, even more losses that time. Another 2.3 million reds, his guild coming in and taking some wounded as well. 6.8 million left, actually taking some T5 reins there as well. Some nice infantry reins helping him out a little bit for that range rally, but not enough. Down to 600 mil, and after those 2 rallies his fury is now up. By the time this rally is going towards him, his fury should be up and he should be able to shield. But the problem is for him, before the rally was about to march, he actually ported to the wonder to start taking reins. So of course now you know he cannot shield, so we are more than happy to get this carpeted towards him and actually get a 3rd hit on a Gryphon victim, which is something we don't normally get. And it's certainly something we were not moaning about with this 3rd consecutive ego rally, shooting towards this victim that decided really not to help himself. Before bumping into the Gryphon, he had 12 million troopers or more, and now getting hit and burned off of the wonder, that 3rd rally in a row, a beautiful slap from ego. 45 million troopers, starting with 12 million troops before he met the Gryphon and before he met SizeMatters, and now he is down to 4.4 million troopers. Really didn't take that one well, walking back in victory and giving that report a like. As you can see, we have SizeMatters starting to fill up the Gazette nicely thanks to that guy, leaving him at 570 mil, and as you can imagine, finally after that he hit his shield. And moving on, this clip recorded for me by my man Ego, so thank you for bringing me this one. Actually recording Shiro marching a rally towards this 624 million might player in Monster Hunt gear and with a blue pay-to-play hero. Definitely not a good decision, getting knocked down to 577 mil. A massive troop comp, over 15 million troopers. Absolutely crazy. 4 million of each T2. Shiro only getting a siege walk back with that crazy hit, but that was really beautiful, leaving him at 577 million might. Shiro coming in once again for this next hit, and again no gear swap, so we are looking juicy. And the fire burns once again. Shiro coming in with another massive hit, a 57.8 million might drop, only getting a siege wall back once again despite full countering that range front line. And despite that, only getting a 4 siege wall back, losing a lot of troopers, but we are not going to mind that. We would take targets like this all day as Hardy steps up for the next hit. The rally being released as we hope and pray and cross everything we can and just pray and hope and pray again that he doesn't come online and pop that bubble. Really hoping we can complete the zero. What a beautiful zero it would be, knocking him down to 489 million might, a further 2 point something million reds. So now, crazily, we are going to be going in for the solos. I really didn't expect this, but I saw a couple of other solos marching in. I'm having a good look. Obviously, on the big tres, I have the stats to go in with these bigger solos. So, of course, I was excited to get a solo in there as well, hoping I could cause some damage. And the only reason we are soloing 5.6 million troopers is because, as you can see, we have the vultures porting in, and 1PA actually already have a rally set. So we're not wasting any time. We want to get this guy zeroed, so I'm going to be speeding in a range march, hoping that the guys have cleared the rest of that inf out of the way, hoping I could come in and smack into that cav backline, the backline of his formation, hopefully the only thing left, and it pretty much was an 18.3 million might drop, 768k reds, one of the best ChaCha solos yet. And it really is awesome to get a good solo hit in there. So often I am a slowpoke and I hit nothing, so dropping him down to 400 million might. And when we found him, he was at 624 mil, looking like a fat boy. And of course, we were happy to give him the SizeMatters Slim Fast free of charge, knocking him down to 400 million might. And I wish him the very best for the rebuild. And swiftly sliding on into the next bit of action we have for you today, a 464 million might target in Monster Hunt gear, and Ego with a rally marching towards him. He really needs to come online and switch that gear, and it doesn't look like it's happening. Surely you're going to see the fire burn, and we do. Super excited to jump into the report. Let's have a look. 131 million might drop. Oh damn, that is crazy. Lots of T3, lots of T4. That is obscene. I did not expect that at all. That is monstrous from Ego, and a beautiful job from SizeMatters as always. And I'm dancing around the room trying to speed the solo in there as well, but of course slowpoke ChaCha speeds into nothing. The zero is complete, and the rest of those troopers died, rest assured. Moving on to the next target, my girl Tara coming in with a rally, and that beautiful fire burns once again. An amazing hit, 122 million might drop, 3.2 million reds. Look at all of those T4 troopers sent to their doom. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you need that T2 meat to take a rally, and you really do need to be online, not in Monster Hunt gear, so rest in peace. So we need to get that next rally away, and we are hoping that we can do so, dropping him down to 457 million might. And at this point we are hoping and praying once again that this target doesn't come online, but unfortunately on this occasion it's just one of those times where they do come online. But I imagine he was absolutely devastated, not many kills, and with all of those T4 troopers, had he have just built some T2 meat, he could have a really solid comp. But moving on to the next target, we have a massive solo target once again, and he is offline. It is a pretty massive target, but offline out of gear it's just going to take a little bit of doing, and sending in this range bullet, sometimes it really does pay off to be a slowpoke. Sometimes you hit an empty castle, and sometimes you hit a beautiful hit like this. Absolutely massive, 19.4 million might drop, 561k reds, getting the leader captured as well. And like I say, sometimes it does pay off to be a little bit slow. Most of the times I hit an empty castle, but getting lucky with that one. We were all on call, it was really fun to jump in and get that zero gobbled up. So this is one of the first hits from my man Tom. He comes in and he smacks like 1.8 million T4, some T1s down there as well, a little bit of everything sprinkled in. And I of course come in with that juicy hit, just looking back on that 19 million might drop, coming in and whacking that cav. Moving on to this next target, I am really spoiling you today, and that is because SizeMatters have been spoiling me. We have PJC about to lead a rally towards this 234 million might castle, and this guy has actually managed to cap Chun and then gone into Fury. So now he is hiding troopers, so going into Fury was not a good idea. I'm not sure how he went into Fury, but the carpets are going and the rally is burning. It's beautiful to see Chun doing the walk of shame, and actually getting us a beautiful target, knocking him down to 198 mil. Seeing him high troopers, a little bit worried he was going to be empty, but 1.1 million troopers, and pretty much all of it was T4 with that massive mic drop, a really lovely hit from PJC and a great find from Chun. Sacrificed himself for the good of the team, and now surprise surprise we have Pew Pew doing the exact same. She spotted a 280 million mic castle in Fury, and of course with 3.8 million kills only, Pew Pew chucked out the solo, and at 280 million might, unsurprisingly, she got capped, so probably not the best of ideas soloing 280 million might, but our gorgeous little Pew Pew really is the queen of YOLOs, and this wasn't too bad of a YOLO because this guy is in Fury, so now we are willing to get capped for the cause, willing to get the rescue rally on this guy, and you can see by his gear he's not got the best of war gear, so we really are hoping that his comp is somewhat the same. Speed in that rally in, the spam is in there as well, so hoping that he can't get the counter. He's got a little bit of time to look in his watchtower here as the final seconds tick, but we are just hoping we can make Pew do that walk of shame, and she does. Look at her go. So it was Shiro that came in and got that rescue rally complete, a 2 troop walkback, 2.7 million reds. What an epic walkback that was, and a beautiful rescue mission from Shiro. It really is awesome to see that fire burn despite getting that 2 troop walkback, and look at all of that damage. And let's not forget this guy is in Fury, so he has to take another hit whether he likes it or not. Of course we've got another rally set, and again let's not forget that this all came from our gorgeous little queen of the YOLO, our gorgeous little Pew Pew, chucking out a reckless solo at a rally trap. But unfortunately for this little rally trap, he didn't have good enough gear to cap Shiro when he headbutted that range rally. He took a range rally in range flanks, and I'm sure now with this PJC rally speeding towards him, he is really regretting taking so many losses and not countering that first rally. The PJC rally getting that fire burning once again and knocking him down. That should be a beautiful hit. I'm going to hit that Gryphon, get my troops home. I was thinking about jumping in for the solo, but a really mixed batch of troops left, so it would have been dangerous. And moving into that report, a 58 million mic drop, and with 2.2 million troops, a real mixed T4 and a real lot of mixed T2 in there as well. The solos would have been a little bit ouchy, especially with him in gear. So we actually managed to get 2 rallies in there after he capped Pew and he was in Fury, Shiro getting the rescue in, and PJC going again, knocking him from 280 million might all the way down to 215 mil, teaching him not to cap our adorable little Pew Pew. And rolling on to the last clips of this video, we're going to see how we got Ego as our overlord. All hail Ego. So Ego's coming in with a battle against 1PA, SizeMatters versus 1PA for the base in not the most recent WoW, but the WoW before. So we're coming in, obviously if he holds this, we're not going to be able to get another rally in, and 1PA would have won. So getting the burn here luckily and resetting the base. So having a look, a 61 million mic drop, fair play to them trying to hold it, and we sent, I believe it was a range rally. They tried their very best to counter it with a fair bit of inf, even some T5 in there, 1.5 T4, and it wasn't quite enough. And we really had a lot of fun fighting these guys. They don't bother trash talking. They were really putting up a very good fight for quite a long time. So a big shout out to 1PA for giving us a good fight for the base. So now of course we are holding the base, hoping that if we can defend this rally, of course they won't have time to set another rally, and that will be the base secured and Ego looking super cute as overlord. So any moment now 1PA are going to carpet that rally in. Ego in gear already, the rally comes zooming in, and the smoke, a successful defense. That is what we wanted to see. Ego getting the job done, and a beautiful job from everyone at SizeMatters as per usual. A 35 million mic drop for us, no wounded, hitting that black wing, cheeky, and that is going to be a minor inconvenience for us, but fair play to them, you've got to try it, and that's a way of leaving a little mark, I suppose. A 59 million mic drop for them. and a beautiful job all around from both parties. A nice little battle, and we really did enjoy that. And we were all doing the ChaCha slide at God knows what time in the morning for me, as our original R5 was sleeping in the home kingdom. We had been here for a matter of hours, come in, got the base, and by the time Flinty had woke up in the morning, he would have seen that our beautiful ego was overlord, and all of our hard work to try and grab that base had paid off. So it's brilliant fun. I really do hope you have enjoyed all the chaos in this video and grabbing the base at the end. And what better way to wrap things up? Thank you very much for watching, and thank you of course for the support. Please do like and subscribe, and no doubt I'll see you soon.